There. My name is Honey Bueno with Tracking Transactions. And I'm going to start off actually with a story of reconciling a bank statement. So, if you um, own a business and you want to keep up with your financials, and you should be reconciling your bank statements at least monthly, and even possibly weekly or daily, even checking all those transactions hitting. But you do want to reconcile monthly the bank statement. And what that does is it helps you to make sure that all the money that's coming in is being recorded in your accounting system, and all the money going out is also recorded to give you accurate numbers for your business. Now, the story is that sometimes, I've gone to reconcile a bank statement and, you know, it's not matching. So I have something in the bank, but it doesn't match what's happening in my accounting system. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's not matching. So then I have to go and like kind of what I try to do is like go through all the things that I can match up, but then I'm left with what I can't, and then piecing it all together, right? It's like a puzzle. So I wanted to try to put that with a visual, right? So let me go ahead and share my screen, because this is like I call this like a matchup. This is a bank versus the accounting system. They should both match, and it will be a win-win for you, for everyone, for the business, if everything matches. So let me share my screen here. And what I'm sharing is actually not necessarily a bank statement or anything like that, or an accounting system either. What I'm sharing with you here is just like a demo, an idea, right? An idea of what it looks like. So we have our bank reconciliation matchup here. In the blue, you've got the bank. In the red, you got your accounting system. So in our example here, we have $1,000 in the bank. So that means you should find 1,000 in your bank, your accounting system. And you do. Woohoo, we got a win. Now we have $500 in the bank. But at a quick glance, I made this real easy for us, right? I don't see $500 in the accounting system. Not like an exact match, right? All right, so let's go ahead and skip over, go to the next one. We got $2,500 in the bank, and we got $2,500 in the accounting system. Woohoo, we got another win. Now we got $3,000 in the bank, and here we are, 3,000 in our accounting system. Another match. Woohoo, easy, right? So now we've got to still circle back to the $500. So what sometimes you might end up having to do is what I do is I use my what's called Snagit, and I'll take a screenshot of my bank statement, and then I'll start to piece things together that way to help me make sense of everything. So if we do that here, I'm in like what I call Snagit. That's the tool I use to write in, okay, quickly and easily. So I selected the stamp button. I'm going to start with some check marks here. We got the bank against the accounting system. We had the $1,000 match and a match. Then we've got our $2,500 match and a match. We've got the 3,000 match and a match. Now we're left with our $500 here. So if we go to the shape, let me use a different color. Let's go with yellow. Right here is where I'm off. Okay, so I can quickly see here, I made this easy for us because, let's make this a quick tutorial, right? I can see what's left over here on this side is 250 and 250. That will match our 500. So you can see that, whoopsie, that these items here go together, okay? But I made this super easy, right? So this is quick and easy for us to figure out. But imagine if you had multiple items like this that don't match. The time spent to figure that out, that could be a lot of time wasted. So I just wanted to point that out to you. Why does it matter? So your team can be more productive, can be more efficient. So you can get those numbers for your business to give those, to have accurate readings, right? For your business to see where you're going. Now, there are times when, let's say, like I use a system called Applied Epic. I work with insurance agencies. So in that system, we don't get an automatic bank feed dump like in QBO or QuickBooks Online. You can do you can connect the bank to your accounting system, and those transactions will come in there for you. but it doesn't work like that in Applied Epic, at least not yet. That's like a wish on my wish list that they would add that. But anyhow, in the meantime, I have to actually, or somebody like on your accounting team has to go and make sure that all the receipts are entered, all the disbursements are entered, everything's matching. And if you have several people on your team and they're all entering things, and maybe they're trying to cut corners because it takes too long maybe to enter one by one, right? Um, if that's the case, then it causes a person who's reconciling to spend more time to figure it out, right? But maybe that person doesn't realize, like, for them it's quick and easy, but for another person it's not so quick and easy. So to put that in perspective, what you can do, an idea for your team would be to create a game. So maybe at your next team meeting, anyone who's involved with entering these transactions into your accounting system, you break people up into two teams, right? So you've got team A and you've got team B. And you can just create a list like I did right here of all the stuff that's happening in the bank and all the stuff in your accounting system. This is just make believe, right? You're playing a game, okay? But it's just trying to get a point across. So if you were to give everyone in team A these numbers and everyone in team B these numbers, and obviously you can see it, you're not going to, you could have an odd number on teams, right? Because everything won't match up. Especially on your accounting system, there's going to be extra, right? Extra entries possibly. So, then you say, all right, team A, I want you to find your partner on team B. Show your numbers, right? Show your numbers. So this person that has 1,000 is looking for their partner who's 1,000, and they're going to be so excited because they're going to have a partner to match up with, and yay, they got a friend, right? Well, this person, whoever has 500, they're going to be like, there's no 500. And they're going to have to wait till after everyone finds a friend to match up, right? So that could be a game, and I think that might maybe get the point across to people of the importance of matching, and then having, like, they're going to have to wait till the end to figure out who their friend's going to be, right? So I was trying to put this into like a game perspective for you to try to work with your team on, and hopefully that helps you. If you try it, let me know and see if that works for you. I personally have not tried that. It was an idea I had that I thought would be helpful for the team to learn. Anyhow, if you want to actually, one more thing. I mentioned about cutting corners. So in Epic, what happens is this. If you work with a lot of companies where you're getting your direct deposit of commissions, if you're in this insurance industry, that towards the beginning of the month, the first like up to 10 days, and maybe actually this like the second, third, fourth, fifth day of the month, you're getting paid all your commissions from all your carriers. Well, that can be like, I don't know, depending how big your agency is, it could be upwards of 20 payments, 30 payments coming in one day. Well, that's going to take you a long time. If you work in Epic, you know this. It's going to take you a long time to enter a single receipt for every single one of those. So what you can do though is, instead of like a quote unquote cutting corners, right? It's coming up with a process that the whole team knows what your process is. So if you come up with a process of where you have like 20 items coming in, you put all of those into maybe a spreadsheet that you all share. And all those will go into one receipt in Epic. So that one receipt in Epic might equal like $100,000, right? But in the bank, you don't have an actual $100,000. You have several different items that equal $100,000, right? But if you have a spreadsheet set up, then you'll know what the R number is, because you will indicate that R number on the spreadsheet along with the total, and you'll be able to quickly match things up that way. So that's a way to help in the process with your team. It's coming up with ways, it's just working with your team to come up with quicker and faster ways to get work done. But just making sure the entire team is aware of the process so that you can get it done. All right, so I'm gonna, for more information about how about reconciling or any tips and tricks on insurance or bookkeeping types of things, or productivity or training, then I invite you to join my Facebook group. So I have Insurance Bookkeeping with Tracking Transactions. You can look me up on Facebook, and you can see here the different things I can teach on, or I have taught on. If you go to my guides in Facebook, I have everything organized. So you can scroll down here and you can see I teach on insurance bookkeeping tips. Here's all the different topics. I teach on applied Epic tips. I also teach on productivity tips and training and onboarding tips. So if you would like to come in, I invite you to join the group. There are some questions that I ask that you answer, and of course to follow the rules of the group to keep everyone safe in the group. So please, I invite you to join if you'd like. If you don't like Facebook, well, that's okay, because I'm also streaming here in LinkedIn, and I do have the same group, Insurance Bookkeeping with Tracking Transactions, within LinkedIn. Although it is not as, they're not as organized in here with guides, because they don't, as far as I know, they don't have the option to have that. But I do have the group here, and I do add my post within in LinkedIn also in the group. All right, so feel free to reach out if you have any questions, and I invite you to join. So let me stop sharing my screen real quick. All right, so thank you. If you were participating, let me know if the advice I gave today was helpful to you, or if you're going to try it, or if you have ideas on helping your team, giving some training tips on getting your team to understand how the importance is of matching what happens in the bank with what happens in your accounting system. So my name is Honey Bueno with Tracking Transactions. Thank you for your time, and take care.